Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
We're
how's it
getting
going?
going here. We're just getting going, guys. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, all
Hello.
right.
Hey guys, you guys doing okay?
Yep.
Hi.
Let me
Yes,
just.
sir.
We're just doing a bunch of. We're just sending out all the invites. We're just gonna start populating this a little bit. So just everyone sit tight.
Right.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna put it on our channels.
Yep.
I can put the link up there.
Yeah, we'll share the link too.
Yep. All right. So, welcome everyone. Let me add Delphine. Let's get her in there. We will get everybody. Welcome. We're just getting started, so we're gonna have a packed house today. So we're just inviting everyone. Welcome everyone that's joined us. Shirley will be our moderator for the day. I'll be also in here talking. We have Delphine as usual. She always joins us. Lovely to have everyone here.
I can do the formal welcome talk as well. Just tell me once everybody is here.
Yeah, it's starting to
here.
populate now. All right.
Kate joined the call too. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Just tell me
so,
when we're ready, right?
Are we recording? Let me just. I think we are, because what we do is we record these and then we publish them a little bit later, so if people that missed it can catch up. So just making sure that all of this is good to go, and then we'll start going. Okay, we're already recording, and let's rock and roll.
Welcome back to our weekly Clubhouse stream. I am Sirli Valge, COO at Velas, and on behalf of our team, welcome to the Velas Weekly Digest. This time I am joined by my co-host Kalani Mo, who is the CMO at Velas, and also my weekly co-host Delphine Forma, who's Chief Compliance Officer at DAL. Today we have a special stream as we are joined by Symblox and Cook Finance, who are both projects in the DeFi space. So CH here is from the speakers is from Symblox, right? And
Yes,
Kun
correct.
and
Hello,
Gage,
everyone.
hi, and Kun and Gage are from Cook Finance. So what unites them is they're both built on Velas chain. So it's extremely exciting to have them with us today and find out what are the differences in what they offer to their users. So why don't we start with the basic introduction, and please tell us more about yourself. We can start with Symblox, as they were the first ones to build on Velas chain. Welcome.
All right. Thank you, Shirley. Happy to be here. Like Shirley said, Symblox was the first project to be built on Velas, and so we've been loving the tech so far. Crazy high speeds, close to no fees. But Symblox, just to let you guys know, Symblox is a derivatives issuance and trading platform, or protocol, should I say? And being the first to build on Velas, it's pretty exciting actually. We've gotten some great support from Velas, Kalani, and the crew. But essentially, our goal is really to create a protocol that is accessible to those in the emerging markets who otherwise wouldn't have the chance to get exposure to some of these assets. Because in derivatives, essentially, there's only two things that you do in derivatives, right? One is hedging, and the other is speculation. And so we're trying to build a very high speed, accessible to all derivatives issuance and trading protocol. That's essentially what we're trying to do.
Thank
Fantastic.
you. And Cook Finance, or should I say Cook Finance, or how should I call it?
Yeah, you can call us. Yeah, no problem. You can call us Cook Finance or Cook Protocol. We use the two names interchangeably.
All right. Can you tell us more about your project?
Sure. So I'm like KP or Kun from Cook Finance. What we are doing is like decentralized asset management platform to help people like retail investors to better manage their crypto assets. So what we like saw in the space is that DeFi is pretty hot, it's pretty big, but a lot of DeFi amateurs is like not able to get into DeFi because of several reasons, like the fact that DeFi is super complex, but also another kind of big reason is like just prohibitively high gas fees on Ethereum. And that's like the main reason that we choosing Velas, because of like super high speed and almost like now gas fees that can make a lot of our asset management kind of allocation strategies viable and doable compared to Ethereum's like thousands of dollars. And really believe like Velas is like leader in like the space scalability and the innovation that we can piggyback a lot on that capability. So basically we're trying to kind of bridge the gap of DeFi and to help onboard a lot of the DeFi amateurs to truly benefit from DeFi, and truly believe that Velas can definitely help us a lot on this journey to democratize the DeFi, bring finance to the masses.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I just want to give you guys a shout out, both of you guys actually, Symblox and Cook Finance. I mean, I follow you guys both very closely, and you guys are doing some really great things. And congratulations on the OKX investment. I saw that yesterday that you guys Block Dream? They decided to invest in you guys, right? So that's really, really, really powerful across the board. And like tons of news coming out. I know that Symblox is also starting to like branch out and do some other stuff with other projects as well. Symblox, you guys just joined a certain alliance in Asia, like a DeFi alliance. Was that something that I recently saw?
Correct. We're in the Asia DeFi Alliance now, and also we're actually looking to launch on the Binance Smart Chain. So obviously with BSC really coming to prominence recently, we figured it'd be a nice way for us to tap into that as well.
Yeah, I think that's actually, the thing with DeFi is most DeFi projects are going to be, interoperable with a lot of different chains. And I really feel like the way forward is that type of interoperability where people can jump around to different chains and the bridges are more accessible. So it's a really exciting space, and it's a really exciting time to see all these different projects working together. And we're happy to have you guys. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys both a little shout out on some of your guys' recent accomplishments.
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to add a point there. I totally agree with the point of interoperable or interoperability being a huge thing, so that actually like projects like us and the Symblox can truly benefit and leverage the advantages of each DeFi ecosystem that each DeFi ecosystem can offer.
Yeah.
That's definitely the future. Yeah. It has to be, I mean, if you're just on one single blockchain and you're only kind of stuck on your own, you really don't have a future. The key is to how do you merge with the entire space, right?
Yeah, Shirley, we had some questions ready to go.
Well, yeah, the guys spoke about the cross-chain platform and why they decided to select Velas for that solution. And what can you tell us that will make us excited for the Cook launch? You told us about the OKX announcement. Maybe you can dive a bit more into this announcement of them investing in you guys.
Yeah, sure. I'll dive a little bit deeper here. So it's definitely very excited to kind of announce the OKEX investment in us. They're not only kind of like doing a strategic investment, but also kind of bringing a lot of the connection and resources that they have globally, and most importantly, like in the Chinese market. We're already like benefited from their introduction to some pretty kind of exclusive communities in China, but also some of the like top-notch kind of influencers and basically ecosystem DeFi ecosystem players there. So it's definitely a great kind of value add to us, so we can leverage and further develop our product, and also further develop our ecosystem for sure.
Thank you for that. We had someone raising their hand. AVK, he's our Asian marketing director at Velas. Welcome, Alexander.
Hey guys, really excited to be on this call as well. Just I heard you speaking a little bit about your aspirations, Cook, in China and Asia specifically. So I'd love it if maybe for a few moments, CH and Kun, you guys could just talk a little bit more detail about what your plans are for Asia. It can be China specific, or maybe even just Indonesia, Korea is a big market, Vietnam is quite interesting as well. So I was just wondering if maybe for some of our community members that are in those regions, when they're listening to this later on, maybe you could provide a point or two of like you're talking about influencers, you're talking about some of the opportunities you're exploring, Cook. Just love to hear a little bit more about that for a few moments, if you wouldn't mind sharing. And I'll mute my mic and listen.
You want me to go first, or CH? You want to go first?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you for the question. So definitely, like Asian or Asia Pacific market is a huge market, and China I think is a big portion of it. And we definitely emphasize a lot in China, but also other markets. So I feel like first of all, like quite some of the team members, or core team members, are originating from China, born in China. So we understand the language, Chinese language, and we understand the culture, which give us a huge benefit of like basically promoting our product and doing marketing in China. And we feel comfortable doing so. Also, another thing we discovered is very interesting is that it's becoming to form a parallel universe like China and the rest of the world. So we basically have to do double marketing for China specifically, and then the rest for the English-speaking world, which is quite interesting because for whatever they care in China, the rest of the world, English-speaking world might not necessarily care, but for whatever the rest of the world care or think is important, Chinese don't think important. So it's very
That's very interesting to know for us also.
Yeah. So whatever we did, like achievement or partnership we did in the West, in the like I wouldn't even say the West, but English-speaking world, actually even Southeast Asia is being very important, very valuable. Then once we promote it in China, the Chinese don't actually know the importance of it.
That's actually a really good point, and I think we've realized that already from some of the marketing initiatives when Kalani and I are talking about engagement. I think for Kalani, it's been also a learning opportunity in terms of the Chinese market, because what we think would be really interesting, it's not, and vice versa, just like you said. And I guess I have a follow-on question. I know Signal was just blocked in China as well. Do you see any challenges or issues for kind of your project and your space, given that there's kind of these barriers or somehow kind of silos between, I guess, China, the Chinese ecosystem, and internationally? Or do you think that the space that we're in with DeFi and blockchain, because China's so doubled down in that space, that it kind of transcends those limitations that messaging apps, social media, everyone else seems to have?
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's like because Chinese is very unique in several ways. Like it's not only culturally, but also the fact that a lot of the apps actually social media are blocked in China. So you can't do Twitter, you can't do YouTube influencers. These all blocked, so they can't see them. and then the English proficiency is fairly low, so they don't understand the English content. So we do see actually we have to not only do double content, but also double marketing, and some of the partnership with Forum is also what Chinese deem as is important. So it's definitely kind of a double effort. It's like kind of entirely different marketing effort and partnership effort just for the Chinese market, and it's really, really big. And probably similar size as the West, if not bigger, in terms of the DeFi and blockchain ecosystem.
I could not agree more. I absolutely couldn't agree more. That's exactly what we have experienced. We have obviously, actually, on Symblox, the most users we have are actually coming from China. And so, you know, all of our marketing efforts, it's literally we have to target, or should I say, come up with content that gears towards both the international community, but also specifically China. And obviously with China, it's full ramp on WeChat. Telegram is essentially not really utilized. So yeah, it's a completely different strategy. You need to have different alliances and partnerships because what appeals to the Chinese may not appeal to the international crowd, and vice versa. So KP absolutely got it right. You know, we're doing exactly the same thing. I think almost all the projects have to do the same thing because that's just how it works.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I've noticed. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. One of the things that I've noticed is even the way you market is a lot different, right? In Asia and in the US, it's completely different. As far as like the influencers and obviously the platforms that people like populate on. So
absolutely.
But at the same time, if you can harness both, you know, both ends of the spectrum, you know, the Western world, and then you can harness like the Asian community. I mean, it can do nothing but good for the project. So I think you guys have kind of an advantage there because you guys are, you know, you guys are bilingual in that aspect where you guys can reach out to all different parts of the world, which a lot of projects might not have that. You know, they would have to hire like a, you know, like a team of people that can kind of, you know, give them some type of foothold in those markets, whereas you guys have like a kind of a nice little advantage there because you can kind of dive back and forth into both realms.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely I think it's a big advantage that we have actually. Our team at Symblox, many of us are both fluent in English and Chinese, and so we kind of see the international community and the Chinese community at the same time, and we're able to interact with them proficiently. So we're definitely very lucky with that. But yeah, it's very cool, and especially with Symblox, us going on Binance. I think Binance is a universal language for damn, they're really good because they're the biggest exchange in the world, right? So the Chinese obviously know that, the international community knows that. So if you're launching on the Binance Smart Chain, I think you're going to get a lot of eyes on you, both from the Chinese and the international community. So the good thing about going on the Binance Smart Chain for us is that we're actually getting a lot of support from BSC side. You know, they have a lot of capital and a lot of resources to help projects grow. But you know, as some of you may be aware, recently there are some projects that have just straight out been scams that were launched on BSC. You know, these rug pull projects. And so for us, we want to try to let the world know that, you know, we're very legitimate. We've been around the block. You know, we launched last October on Velas, and the Velas team has been great for us. And, you know, our code are all audited and out in open source. And so, you know, we're here to stay, and we want to grow the community and really have people come and utilize our protocol.
That's fantastic. Really, really good stuff, guys. Let's move on to the next question, Shirley.
Well, we touched a bit the community part, and also from the Velas side, I know how big importance has a community, an international global community to a project which has actually a global reach. And what is your strategy? How will you grow and maintain your community, and how do you react to their growing needs? Symblox, CH?
Okay. Yeah. So obviously, like we discussed before, with the China market, it's going to be set up a little differently. But we obviously we have the AMAs. We're trying to just grow our community. Right now, I think the biggest key for us is to get the Binance Smart Chain launch going. That should bring a lot of liquidity and also user base to come on our platform. So I think that will be a very good bridge for us to utilize. Right now, our focus is trying to leverage that. We launched on Velas last October, and so we were able to bring in quite a significant volume from that. We love the Velas community. A lot of these guys came in and participated in our yield farming, and so that has been a great success. And now we're looking to grow it further with this launch with Binance.
And also you have like governance and voting, so the community can decide on all the developments.
Yes, absolutely. So with our our 6 tokens, a big key for that and holding value is actually the governance side of it. And so what's cool is essentially with Symblox, we're a multi-asset collateral protocol. So you can actually put up various assets, so then you can mint the derivatives. But with our 6 tokens, you can actually go and vote towards to see where the direction of the protocol will go. So it's completely community driven.
Yeah, that's cool. And Cook Finance?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think community is definitely a very important component of our ecosystem, and we definitely value our community a lot. And we've been growing pretty fast in the last couple of weeks, and I think we're gonna probably have more like kind of accelerate the growth of community all the way up to like our listing on Uniswap, which is going to be like probably 2 weeks or so. So some of the definitely as CH said, we're doing similar thing where we have different strategies for the English speaking or the West community, and also the more like the Chinese community. And we feel like we're doing like AMAs and influencers, and for the West, and being pretty effective. And definitely partnerships with companies like reputable company like Velas definitely help a lot as well to grow our community. And for Chinese market, we're doing more. We found that like more kind of the AMA more kind of like effective, and then being growing there as well quite fast. And another question you had is like how to serve the growing need, right, of the community members. So we definitely have community managers to manage the community to make sure we answer all their questions, and also whenever there's an issue, report it. We actually make sure if it's something we haven't addressed before, we make sure we address it and on a timely manner, because at the end of the day, community is definitely a very essential part of our ecosystem.
And is there some kind of a governance process? Community-driven voting?
Yeah, so we haven't, the difference between us and Symblox is we haven't launched yet. So we haven't done the governance yet, but eventually we'll definitely, once we launch on Ethereum and Velas, we'll definitely have the governance ready so that the community can participate not from Telegram perspective, WeChat perspective, but also on blockchain.
All right, thank you. By the way, do we have any questions from the public, from the audience? Then if you have, raise your hand and I will let you ask your question. But I want to touch down to the team as well, because I think big part of the Velas success is the great team, and especially our CEO, who's the industry thought leader. And maybe you can share more about your team and the background of the core team. As I know you have some pretty impressive resumes, so can you tell us more? CH?
Sure. Yeah. So our team is actually, we are in, most of us are based in Asia. Personally, I'm in Taipei. I've been around the world, but I've been crypto for 3-4 years. For me, it's always the marketing side. So from the tech side, we have a few guys who've been in, who are engineers and guys who have been in crypto also for I would say I think 6 years, 6 or 7 years. So I've been around the block for a very long time. And our relationship with Velas, we go back to the very beginning of Velas when they first launched. So yeah, it's been a nice journey.
Thank you. And Cook Finance, can you
Yeah.
tell me more about the team? I know it's very, very impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. So our team is the core team is based out of the Valley, the Silicon Valley, or the Bay Area. I think Cage right now is in Taipei as well. But before it was based out of Silicon Valley as well. That's our core team. But we also have team members all over the global world. Like from, I think we counted as like from Asia, Middle East, and Europe, and definitely America, about 8 countries. And it's really hard to organize meetings because we usually have 24 hours coverage, and it's really hard to someone.
Same at Velas.
yeah, definitely, it's really hard. But yeah, the core team have I would say a decent background. And from like some of the top university like Stanford, UC Berkeley, and Carnegie Mellon, which actually have the world best or ranked #1 CS department. And then in terms of industry experience, we have technical engineers from Google, YouTube, and Dropbox. So basically, like the top-notch companies in the Valley, in the Silicon Valley. And then the core team, I would say, is like fairly versatile because we're a startup. We gotta do a lot of things at the same time. So myself, although I'm working on more kind of the marketing and business development side, but in my previous life, I work as a technical product manager, and also I go to Stanford for their engineering school. So basically, like, got to do everything a little bit here and there. And also, I minor in economics too. So basically, like, and also other team members too. So basically, don't have a definite role where we need to do, but more kind of switching roles as we see fit. Yeah, that's a little bit our background, and also we have quite some experience of software engineering and technical side. I think we did some numbers. We have like right now, it's like all the team members combined, we have like 100 years of software engineering experience. So yeah, that's about the team.
That's amazing. And I know KP knows 6 languages last time I spoke with him. So this guy is very impressive.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I was born in China and then grew up in Argentina, so that definitely helped with languages.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you guys connected as well. I mean, the main focus of this whole the reason why we did this is because I wanted to get the 3 projects that are kind of tied together and are working together. I think that this is the way forward as far as blockchain and DeFi and everything in general is more projects working together, closer together. It's only going to be better for the space, right? If anybody knows, like, in 2017, it was all kind of like an every man for itself. You didn't see very many projects partnering with each other or helping each other out in all different aspects and strategic partnerships and stuff, especially projects that have their own coin. So I think that stuff like this is really good because it just it brings more awareness. Different community members can find out about new projects, and I really feel like as this year goes on and as crypto evolves as a whole, we're going to see that as like a core fundamental for lots of upcoming projects and established projects, right? Because like a project that's a little bit more established, it's been around a little bit longer, they can help the small, like the guys that are just coming up. But the guys that are just coming up, they might have something fresh and new that can, you know, add value to an already established project. So I really think what we got here is really cool, and I hope to like improve upon it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with your point. I think that synergy is definitely very important, and to create a lot of values and collaboration for sure. It's like African proverb that I remember. It's like, if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but if you want to go far, you have to go together. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that. There was something that I wanted to touch on as well, primarily focused on the Cook. You guys are actually yet to hit the market, right? You guys have a, aren't you guys are listing soon, right? At the end of the month. Maybe you could just tell people a little bit about your guys' plans for that, and who you're partnering with for the launch and everything. So you can get that information out there.
Sure, I can answer that question. So so we have announced quite some partnership already. Like, we formed a partnership with Velas. Excuse me. And then we also announced like the partnership with DAO. They're like probably one of the largest, if not the largest, accelerator program in the DeFi in the crypto space. And also we have a partnership with Pools, and then we're doing IDO on their platform. And we'll definitely do a IDO initial DEX offering on Darkstarter because of the partnership we have with DAO. And then I think the date we have for Pools is already set, is March 30th. So it's about a week, 2 weeks away, a little bit shy of 2 weeks away from now. And then Darkstarter, we haven't announced the date yet. And then we'll add a little more of IDOs platforms to kind of add more coverage and diversity in terms of the group we cover. That's the plan. And then also we have quite some other partnerships that we already formed, but we have not announced yet. And those partners are definitely very important to our ecosystem, and will add a lot of value, tons of value to our ecosystem. And also this is more kind of on the English speaking side, and for the Chinese speaking side, we're also working pretty hard, form some partnership there. We definitely kind of talk with OKEX and talking about a cross chain, and their OKEX chain has not launched yet. So we think whenever they launch, we will definitely build some product for their blockchain. We will have like a first mover advantage there. And we're in active talk. We're actually talking to the head of Haggle, Kobe Echo chain. We're on their kind of fast track list, and then trying to build some product there as well for Haggle, Kobe Echo. And then that's the thing. And then we'll probably just before the Uniswap listing, we'll do some like NFT marketing. So this is kind of a little bit of spoiler alert for people on this call, since we haven't announced anything yet. But we'll do something next week. So there's a lot of exciting partnership that we'll announce, already announced, but we'll, also others will announce very soon. And then a lot of events we'll be doing, and AMAs. I think we'll organize like 9 or 10 Chinese speaking AMAs, and probably like similar amount English speaking AMAs to cover a lot of groups to make sure that people know our project, bring up the awareness. And then this will lead all the way up to the Uniswap listing, which is targeted to be like beginning either end of this month or beginning of next month. Yeah.
Wow, that's really exciting. You guys got a lot. I just was checking out your guys' Twitter, and I saw Ivan on Tech just retweeted you guys. That's pretty good, man. Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, pretty good lineup of influencers. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Yeah, cool. Let's move on to the next question, Shirley, because we've only got about 20 minutes left here. So let's try and get some more information out there for all the people that listen to this later on.
Yeah, I got a question from the audience, from Delphine. She was wondering what are the exact products on your platform? So maybe Symblox can start this time.
Sure. Like I mentioned, we are in the derivatives issuance and trading space. So for us, essentially, you could be trading any asset you can think of. Let's say, for example, equities, right? You can trade Tesla stock. Essentially, you can put up collateral and then you can mint a synthetic Tesla stock on the platform, and you can trade. And actually, there's a really cool way for you to compound your asset. Actually, something that's really cool is with what we're gonna do down the road in the derivatives, because right now we have yield farming. Right. And so for yield farming, essentially, is we're trying to increase our user base, get liquidity into the pools. And so down the road, let's say you mint Tesla stock as a derivative. There'll be a trading pair, a pool, essentially, between Tesla stock, the derivative, and USDT. You can add liquidity, and then you can then earn rewards in the trading fees that are generated through the swap. So in turn, you can actually use your Tesla derivative asset, and then you can yield farm off of that to earn more Tesla derivative stock. So I think that's a really cool thing that actually not a whole lot of other projects are doing. So we will have that available down the road. Does that make sense? It's like us using a Tesla synthetic asset to yield farm.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Has anyone done that? Has anyone done that yet? Or...
I know there's another project called Mirror. They have something similar. But yeah, we have that in the works.
That's really cool. Wow. I didn't even know that.
Can't wait until I can try out. It's not live yet in this.
That part is not live
level.
Yet. We're just doing yield farming now, but when the derivatives become live, then yes, that will be part of it.
And what is the roadmap for the derivatives to become live?
That part, we're actually we're gonna have a whole new revamp on the website that should be coming out soon, and so when that's available, we will have a roadmap on there, and I'll be the first one to let you guys know.
Great, thanks.
No problem.
And what are the products that are going to be on the Cook Finance?
Yeah, sure. So right now, like we haven't launched yet. So the product we're developing is the first product that we will launch is index product. So basically, like it's like a kind of like a standard poor 500 or Dow Jones kind of index, so that we'll select like the top performing or like the top cryptocurrency or tokens to be included in the index, so that people if they prefer to kind of have the returns similar to kind of a basket of tokens instead of just one tokens, then you can definitely buy the index. And then we'll be launching that index pretty soon. We already have auditing firm auditing the code, and then finishing the front end UI. So we'll be launching that probably in a 2 week or 3 weeks, just probably within a week after Uniswap listing. And then also on top of that, instead of on top of the index, Cage come up with a great idea of while we have the index, like you can kind of it's like an index fund. So you can kind of buy all the underlying tokens at the same time, but also like the yield farming of the tokens. So you can actually, for instance, if we have index which also include Velas token and Bitcoin or Ethereum, once you buy that index, then we can do some yield optimized tasks for your farming or lending Aave or Compound, so that you have additional kind of returns on top of the return you already have by buying the index.
Yeah, it sounds quite complex for me, who's not an investor or trader in the alternative world, but I'm interested in looking into the offerings when they're launched, and hopefully it's made user friendly.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think I explained probably how it works. But for the user, it's just buying kind of one product. It's like just buying one token, and that's it. And then you will have pretty consistent returns, and will try to use your money for to generate additional return for you. So this is going to be very straightforward and user friendly on the front end, although the back end is probably going to be fairly complex.
Yeah, so it's really cool. You guys are both doing really kind of cool, innovative things in the space, and it's really cool to get a chance to hear, from the horse's mouth, so they say, what you guys are really up to. I'm looking forward to the next 3 to 6 months for you guys, man. It sounds like you guys have a ton of exciting stuff on the horizon. So now, as far as like how she was saying roadmap, when do you guys expect to deliver this is directed at Cook. When do you expect to deliver the actual platform? What's the tentative date for having any of your products, I guess? Is there the timeline on that?
Yeah, sure. I think the first product we'll launch is the index product I mentioned before, and we'll launch that probably like within a month from now. As I mentioned, we're already actually doing some auditing of the code and then finishing up the front end development. So very close to the end. And then we'll most likely launch it on Ethereum first, and then start to kind of reach out to other blockchains, including Velas.
Yeah, you guys. Go ahead. No, you guys are a lot of DeFi projects, and there's like a growing trend where all these DeFi projects are really blockchain agnostic. At the end of the day, like they have like the blockchains that they work with for different reasons, like you were saying, but I mean, it really does benefit you to be able to go on these different chains, because you're tapping into the different user bases, and it's going to make you a stronger project overall in the long run. So, like I see it happening a lot in the space, and I really feel like that's the way forward. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. And I think, didn't you say that you guys are going to have liquidity farming or liquidity mining coming up like immediately or something like that?
Yeah, sure. So the plan we have is we're gonna first have IDOs on different platforms, including pools or Darkstarter, and after that we'll do Uniswap listing, and then just probably within a day or two we're gonna have the liquidity mining for the Uniswap trade pair. And then within a week or two, we'll actually launch our first product, the index product, on Ethereum. And as you said, we're actually from technical perspective, we made it very flexible, so it's blockchain agnostic. It probably take only 5 to 10 minutes to deploy it to another blockchain. And we'll start to kind of launch more products in about a month or so. And liquidity mining, for sure, we're going to do it for the Uniswap trading pair. And we might also do some liquidity mining for our index products as well. Yeah.
Thank you. For our listeners, where is the best place to learn more about Cook and Symblox to follow the latest developments?
Well, you know, we're on all the social channels. We're on Twitter, and then we're also on Telegram, and so you can find us there.
Yeah. Same thing here. We're on a lot of the social channels. And for English speaking crowd, I will say probably the Telegram channel, COOK_English. That's the Telegram handle, or yeah, the link. You can join. And yeah, you can learn the latest news there.
Yeah, ours is just Symblox. You know, the link is just Symblox. SYMBLOX. So you can find us there. We're always constantly updating there. And then also, if you're in the Chinese community, we also have a few WeChat groups that we run.
Yeah. Same thing. We have WeChat public account to make announcements, and then quite some groups there as well in the Chinese community.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Fantastic, guys. Do we have any more questions, Shirley? Because I see we got about 8
Nope.
minutes left here. So we all out of questions?
Yes.
So I guess what we'll do is we'll just I guess we can summarize the whole thing, and I want to give a big thank you to both of you guys for coming on here and sharing your time with us. And I hope that the information that the listener got from this is really valuable, and you guys definitely should check out these platforms. So I guess I'll just let the teams close it out. And once again, thanks for having everyone here.
Thanks for having us. We're really excited to be part of the Velas family. We're excited for Cook to come on board. We had a nice chat with him, and we're looking forward to having creating some synergy with him down the road.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, definitely. We're very excited to be part of the Velas family. We think we can definitely benefit a lot from the ecosystem. And then, yeah, we had a call with Symblox and CH and his team. I think we definitely can collaborate quite a bit and create synergy and bring a lot of value and create a lot of value together as well. So, yeah.
It's great to have
awesome,
you on board.
Guys. Yeah, we're very happy, and we will support and share your guys' stuff wherever we can. We'll be, you know, from our Velas accounts and in our communities, we'll definitely support you guys on all aspects. And I can't wait till we do the next one. I'm sure there's going to be tons of news and information and updates that you guys have. So maybe we'll get around to doing this, I don't know, in a couple weeks or something. Exciting times ahead, though. And yeah, we're gonna, just so anybody that's listening right now, if they came in late or anything, we're gonna share this on all our socials. We'll have a YouTube video up of this mixer. And yeah, I appreciate everyone's time, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
See you next week and next Wednesday.
Thanks for having us.
Next Wednesday.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.